to a great business tonight.
Classy, the maker of champions.
The giant WrestleMania.
I'm so sick of these people. You know, I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
I got that thing on me. I got that stick. I got that tool. I'm packing.
You must be some kind of a dumbass. And I will never retire.
You know, this aggression will not stand, man.
Now get that garbage out of here.
It doesn't matter what you think.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a long week of professional wrestling action, we are back once again after a brief hiatus. We are back once again with another edition of Friday Night Review. And of course, the lineup tonight looks a little bit different. But of course, I am your intro guy, I guess, for the evening. My name is Cam G. Of course, that right there to the top left of me, that is Scalz, and our new co-host, guest for the night. I don't know, but the man known as Will Gray, the voice of Rivet City Radio, our sister page over there. Go check them out as well. But gentlemen, how are we doing tonight on our Friday evening?
I'm just glad to be here, boys, to be completely honest.
Coming off of a banger episode of SmackDown, we got lots to talk about. It's going to be a good show.
Fair enough, friends.
Can we talk about Uncle Dave for a moment? And
I don't want to, but I will.
And how he actually gave Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles a 5-star from Backlash.
I'm gonna let you guys go first because I know why.
See, that was my reaction. And he said he said Tama Tonga and Solo versus Randy and KO was 4.75. He almost gave 2 5-stars in the same event.
I was gonna say something nice about Uncle Dave, but until you told me that, I was like,
What?
okay.
4 and 3/4?
No, because I think they're both 5s. That's where I think he's,
I think he probably didn't. Think he didn't agree with there being a 5 on that one because they changed the match up before the match started. Like it changed how the match was supposed to be. So I think that's where he's like, I'm going to dock them a quarter of a point because I can't give 2 WWE matches 5 stars in the same show.
See, I went the opposite direction of it. In my head, I was like, Dave's floundering because like the IWC is real high on WWE right now. You know what I mean? So he can't continue to dog on them and expect his stuff to get over. So now he's swinging for the fences. I guarantee you, within a month, somebody clip this, within 30 days of this Friday, May 10th, there will be a 5-star WWE match on free TV.
We might have seen it tonight already.
I'm pretty sure that he's never given a 5-star match to free WWE TV. I just made a video about it. Like, that's how certain I am of it, because all of his big rated matches are almost always pay-per-views. So I'm willing to bet that we'll see a free TV 5-star match in the next month from Meltzer for WWE. He's sucking up because he understands that they're red hot and all he's done for the past few years is ride AEW's bandwagon.
Oh, speaking of AEW, how did WWE end up on Cinemax before AEW did?
Ask TK that question. I don't know.
I think it's hilarious, to be completely honest. Like, as soon as you said it, I thought about it. I was like, God damn, Scalz, that's a home run, because you realize that all the way through, AEW did all the publicity and marketing for the Iron Claw and the Von Erichs and everything that was happening, and then it just dropped off. And now you've got Max on WWE TV as a major sponsor. And it's like...
And broadcasting the match on Cinemax, streaming live.
Yeah, on Max, yeah.
WWE can't even get them to stream a pay-per-view or anything, and WWE gets them to stream live, free TV.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me which company is the hottest company right now.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, everybody knows it's the NWA. They're bringing back the Mid America Heavyweight Championship, by the way.
And in regards to what Will said earlier about jumping the shark, I made a comment on Dynamite that when Jericho came out and quoted his rating from Cage Match and saying how many chops that he did, I was like, and there's the jump the shark moment for AEW.
Yep.
That's when you know it's going to go downhill because they already blew their load by doing AEW versus the Elite 3 weeks into the thing. How do you not build that up for months?
I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
I'm asking you, Cam, because you host a Wednesday show about AEW. Can you make it make sense to me?
I can't. Well, I can't make sense of everything Jericho says. That's for sure.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm saying
the AEW versus the Elite. Can you make it make sense that they blew it 3 weeks into the whole setup? How do you not build this for your pay-per-view for your all out, not all in, all out? Because then you have something that matters right after your Wembley show. Because the worst thing that they did last year was they built up for All In, and then they put out a freaking dud that had no build at All Out. And you could have built this up until then.
Was it All Out that Tommy fell asleep like halfway through the show?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just throwing that out there. Like a grown-ass man fell asleep halfway through the wrestling show.
Well, I don't think. Well, that's the thing. I don't think. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think they've completely just ruined it necessarily, because it's still obviously an ongoing thing. You know, now they've got Kenny in there, and now I'm assuming Hangman's going to play a part in this at some point. You know, they have the whole Anarchy in the Arena, which I don't really want to see another Anarchy in the Arena match. I really don't. I'm kind of overseeing those matches, but it's kind of become like their staple, kind of like how WWE, had, I guess, Money in the Bank or the Elimination Chamber. It's kind of like that's like their, annual match or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But I'm just not a fan of those matches. There's nothing left in those matches that I haven't already seen done. I feel like, what other spots can you do? What else can you add to that match? In the last match, the last Anarchy in the Arena match they did was live. It wasn't taped. I know the past ones have been taped because of COVID and things of that nature. They didn't have fans or whatever. But to me, those were better than having it live. The one they had live at All In was a complete disaster because it was all over the place. You had to have like 100 cameras to try to track everybody, because you have like Orange Cassidy in the ring, and then you'd have like whoever else was in that match and way in the back, and they're in like the freaking parking lot, and it was too much. And like 10 minutes into that match, it's like you're just like, all right, well, okay, I'll get on my phone, I'll scroll through Twitter. Like, you just lose interest because there's too much going on. So I don't want to see another Anakin Arena match. Now, what I'm wanting, because I'm sure this isn't going to just be a one-off. All this story they have built in, Jack Perry and all this, it's not just going to be a one-off. If it's just a one-off, then yeah, I would agree with you. They basically they ruined it, and they don't know how to build long-term stories.
What's worse?
I think this is going to play up. My hope is that it's going to play up into a second match, and we get blood and guts. That's what I want. I want that to be the payoff of all of this. Is blood and guts.
What's worse, Anarchy in the Arena or Stadium Stampede?
They're both terrible. They're both awful.
But I'm just like, I wouldn't even have had this first one now. Like, I would have built this up for months and had this for the pay-per-view right after All In, because now you're drawing people in for that pay-per-view. You're having a built-in storyline that you can carry for months and months to get set up that. And if you didn't have, like, it doesn't even make sense who they put into this match. Bryan Danielson is not AEW. He's not an original. Neither is Eddie Kingston. Kingston was a walk-in for a freaking TNT Open from Cody Rhodes. Like, come on. I'm actually trying to watch AEW and get into it, but then they do shit like this and it puts me off of the product. Because, Cam, you know me. I never used to even care about what AEW did. I hated AEW. I didn't like anything. Now I'm watching it. I'm trying to enjoy it, and then they do make stupid decisions that try to throw me away from it. It's like they're not doing things to draw fans in. They're trying to push them away. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I can't defend that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I haven't really been a fan of, all of their programming. The thing I want them to do more than anything is just be focused on, just building stories. That's it. That was my biggest thing about Dynasty, was that Dynasty just had no stories. Nothing.
Great wrestling.
They put great wrestling, sure, but that's all it was. Great wrestling, but there's no stories. I can't get into that. You got to stop booking stuff like that. You can't just keep booking. Oh, let's do Danielson and somebody. Let's do Ospreay and somebody. Yeah, it's great, cool, but it's like after a while, for me, it's like that allure just wears off, because it's like I want a story. You know what I mean? I'm somebody who prides myself. I'm a nerd. I mean, I embrace it. I'm a nerd. I'm wearing a Black Panther shirt right now. Like I'm comic books, anime. I like those. It's not just about the action, but it's about the stories that get you hooked. You know what I mean? Into stuff like that. So, and I want the same thing from my wrestling programming. I want stories. Like, tell me a story. Tell me a horror story. Tell me a bedtime story, TK. Tell me something. Tell me something that's going to emotionally get me involved in what in these two wrestlers in the ring. You know what I mean? Don't just put them together and be like, oh yeah, it's just a dream match. No, it's not a dream match. You're just a little kid playing with action figures. It's not a dream match anymore. That's my biggest gripe with AEW right now. They're not building stories.
Well said.
But, oh man. Well, I think we touched on a lot tonight. At that point, I think it's time we head on out. Will, where can we find you?
First and foremost, as always, thank you, gentlemen, for letting me hang out tonight for Friday Night Review. I am the Will Gray. I'm the host and lead writer of Botch Spots and Share Shots. If you check the link tree in my bio, anywhere you do anything on the internet, you will find everything I do for Botch Spots and Share Shots, Rivet City Radio, Off the Top Media, and my writing profile for Last Word on Sports.
Cam?
You can find me right here on the network on Off the Top Media every single Friday night, with, of course, Scalz and an ever-rotating
whoever
third.
we bring in.
Whoever we bring in. Immediately following Friday Night SmackDown, and, of course, on our sister page on Rivet City Radio every single Monday night with a table spot with the Alpha Wolf Sean and, of course, Metalcore Mike. And then on Wednesdays after AEW Dynamite with The Boom. Then on my social medias, you can find me on TikTok at Cam's Wrestling Corner. Call me Cam G. And, of course, Cam's Square Circle Mania. And then on Twitter, you can find me at CamandCheese317. If that does not sizzle your bacon, you can find me on Instagram at 317 Bacon, Eggs, and Cam.
I still love that. I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top Media on both Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I am the host of NXT on Tap on Tuesdays right after NXT right here with my co-host Phil the Future and the Ginger Ninja Jaxpo. On Friday nights, me and Cam, we run Friday Night Review with whoever we decide to bring in. I want to thank Will for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. We had some great conversations. We got touched base a lot. We covered everything that happened on SmackDown, as well as a little bit of an AEW discussion. If you guys like what we do here, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share out the information. You can find us anywhere, and we hope to see you guys again soon. Have a great evening.